Let's say you want to attend college, but you've either never taken the SAT or ACT, or you did take those exams and you scored very poorly and you're worried about your chances of getting into college. Well, in this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 strategies on how to get into college without even taking the SAT or ACT. And yes, that does mean if you scored poorly, you don't even have to report it to the schools and don't say a word about it. If that sounds good, let's dive in. If you don't know who I am, my name's Ryan. I earned an entire bachelor's degree in just 9 months by testing out of all of my classes. If that's interesting to you, just like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's jump over to my screen. And the first thing I'm going to show you is this website called fairtest.org. Okay. Now I'll leave this link down below in the description, but as you can see here, there's a massive list of colleges and universities, like literally thousands of colleges and universities, where they are test optional or test like not required at all. Okay. So strategy number 1 is to find a university that does not require the exam at all, or the test is optional. Now that does mean maybe you're applying for college against other students who did take those exams. So what you need to do, what I recommend doing, call the school on the phone and say, hey, I want to apply. I didn't take the SAT or ACT. What are my best chances of getting in? And see if their admissions team will give you clear directions and instructions on how to get in without taking those exams. Okay. Now, something that universities aren't really telling you right now is that it is actually easier to get into college than it used to be. And I'll tell you why. Since the pandemic, online college has been so much more popular. Tons of students are going online. So what happens is colleges and universities, most of them have put a lot of money into creating online programs. So now they can actually handle more students than they ever have been able to in the past, because they're not restricted to how many students they can fit on campus, because a large percentage of their students are going online anyway. So they're allowed to accept more students, if that makes sense. So call and ask them exactly what they require for you to get into school or to have good chances without taking those exams. Use this tool, fairtest.org. I'll leave the link down below in the description to see if you can find your particular university that you're trying to attend and see if the test is optional. Okay. If not, if this doesn't work, you can always look at other schools that you view highly as well. Okay. Now, strategy number 2 is very simple, and it's not something you have much control over, but strategy number 2 is be an adult student. Okay. What happens is a lot of colleges that do require SAT or ACT scores, they have a basically limit for how long they require those. So if you've been out of school for more than 2 years or more than 3 years, like out of high school, a lot of these schools will just waive the test requirements because you're an adult student. So if you're an adult student watching this, there is a very strong chance you don't need to worry about SAT or ACT at all, because you're already past that window where they waive the requirement. So again, call the school and ask if you are old enough or if you've been out of high school long enough for that requirement to be waived. Okay. Now, strategy number 3, and this is if, let's say, your school does require really strong SAT or ACT scores, you scored poorly, or you don't want to take the exams at all. This is the strategy that I would recommend. It's pretty simple, easier said than done, but what you do is you hack your bachelor's degree. Okay, you get an accelerated bachelor's degree at another school. Maybe you do it in an online school. You test out of all your classes, get your bachelor's degree. You can literally do this in like as little as 6 to 12 months, get your bachelor's degree. And then you take the bachelor's degree and you go apply for a master's program at your dream school. The cool thing about this is you're still walking away with a degree from your dream school. You're way more likely to be accepted if you got poor test scores or maybe bad grades in high school. This is for schools that have a higher bar for acceptance and you just can't get in. Okay. They're not going to look at your high school grades. They're not going to look at your test scores. They're going to look at your bachelor's degree. So you're applying with a bachelor's degree. All your high school stuff is waived and you are much more likely to get in. The cool thing is you walk away with more schooling done in less time. So let's say you test out of all your classes for your bachelor's degree and it takes you 12 months. Okay. Then you go to your dream school and get a master's degree. That takes an additional 2 years. You now have 6 years of school done in 3 years, and you have your dream diploma from your dream school. Okay, so those are the 3 strategies. If you want to learn the 3-step process that I used to test out of all my classes and earn a bachelor's degree in 9 months, literally in my free time, I'll leave a link down below in the description for my free degree hacking tutorial. You can go watch that. I hope this video has helped. And yeah, subscribe to the channel. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.